when we're leaving reality, it's like we're watching a movie and we're fixated on what's going on and we've left ourselves and we're either in that movie judging or we're grasping after something or we're numbing out, but we're kind of facing outward. The U-turn is when we decide to be mindful and bring the attention back to the aliveness that's right here in the moment. It's when we start recognizing what we're resisting that we can re-enter the flow. I want to give you an example from a dear friend who was part of this community for a number of years, and he died of lymphoma about 13 years ago. And he wrote a letter to his friends. And I want to read you just a piece of the letter. And just as background, before he was diagnosed, and even after he was diagnosed, he was a busy, fast-paced person. And he was kind of pressed and on his way to doing different things. And even after the diagnosis, figuring out what treatments and how his daughter was going to be. And so he was still had a lot of those mental, busyness going on. But this is what he writes. He says, "A question that keeps me on track is, what am I running from right now?" It's a powerful spiritual reflection. Every one of us has something we're running from, some fear about our health, about our children or someone else we love, some shame about being inadequate, some grief or disappointment about how our lives have worked out. I invite you to try it. Asking, what am I running from, helps us to face and include the parts of our being that most need a healing attention. In my case, I've been expending so much effort running away from fears of cancer and loss that I couldn't be present. We're all facing impermanence and death. My practice continues to be very simple, saying yes to the feelings as they arise and treating them with care and presence. Please, stay in the present. It's the only place that allows us to live and love fully. Metta. Alec. That was his name, Alec. Who is a very, very beautiful being, and his realization, it's like his cancer and facing mortality brought a wakefulness that touched, an open-heartedness that touched people around him. And this message, what am I running from, is what I mean by the U-turn. When we're facing outward, when we're on our way to what's next, trying to get the next pleasure or avoid a problem, we're running away. So the U-turn is this willingness to look, what's here? You can ask yourself it at any moment, it's magic. What am I running away from? Or what am I unwilling to feel? And what happens is it directs us back to what Pema Chodron calls that soft spot or that vulnerability that actually, when we bring presence to it, is a portal to open-hearted awareness. That very tenderness opens our hearts. We feel like we've come home.